Hi everybody, this is Jenny Guthrie with Glo Medical Aesthetics, and this is another installment of our Beauty for Real series, Living Filter Free in a Filter-Filled World. And we have Miss Charlie who's joined us today. So how long have I known you?
3 years now?
Is it three?
Just about.
Wow.
2.5, 3.
Man, time flies.
I know it
when
does.
you're having fun.
Yes, and we have a lot of fun.
We do have a lot of fun.
Yes,
So,
yes.
So anyway, so thank you for joining me.
Well, you're
this
welcome.
evening. I
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it,
me.
Of course. So, over time, our concept of things changes. And so over time, how has your concept of beauty changed?
Well, I know everybody sees the within deal, I guess, but that you can be older and still be beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just the all around life of just being happy.
Yeah.
And meeting people that maybe aren't all gorgeous and perfect and everything, but there's a big difference in how I saw it 40 years ago.
Oh, absolutely.
I almost could say 50 years ago. That slip out.
Well, and I think there is a lot of truth in that our culture doesn't always respect age and aging.
Not at all. Not at all.
And so I think knowing that, you can still be beautiful when you're older.
Yes.
You can still contribute. You can still be vibrant. You can still be energetic. You can still be all of those things and not necessarily have to shut down and quit living.
Right.
And so I think that's a wonderful way to look at it. And that's definitely a way that I want to endeavor, to age. That I mean, my accountant's always like, so when do you want to retire? I'm like, never.
Never.
Never. I'm never going to quit working. What are you talking about? And so, I mean, just the thought of that to me is almost death. But that's kind of my own perception of what, retiring is. And I know there's ways that you can do it, but I just think being vibrant and contributing.
Yes.
And you think you spend your whole life gaining skills and your whole life gaining wisdom, and you want to be able to make the most and be a good steward of the days.
And spread it.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly
Yes,
right.
yes.
So when I say the word beauty, like what does that mean to you? Or even just talk about things that are beautiful.
Beauty. What does that mean to me? Well, the one word you use, vibrant.
Mm-hmm.
Healthy.
Yeah.
Healthy is beautiful.
Yeah.
Especially when you start becoming a senior. It's a beautiful thing to go to your doctor and they say you're perfect. So
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
But just seeing the world, I guess, different. I'm not 20 anymore, and
You wouldn't want to be.
No.
If you could be.
No,
Yeah.
Exactly. I wouldn't want to go through all that again. So I just want to look like that. But just is within in your heart and love, and I know I talk about it a lot, but beauty is my family.
Yeah.
That's my concept of beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All the way.
There's a lot of depth and richness, I think, in our family relationships.
Yes.
And I think honoring those is truly a beautiful thing.
And yes.
And not taking them for granted, is a huge thing. And so I think that the fact that you put that out there is wonderful and much needed. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, when you think about, when you are at the end of your life, what are the things that you're going to, hold most dear or have the most either memories or positives or even regrets. And I think most of that's going to surround your family.
At the end of the day, that's all that matters.
So what role has Glo Medical played for you in your concept of beauty now?
Okay. I don't know if this is how you mean it, but, I took care of seniors my whole adult life. That's what I did. And so I saw what happens. Mm-hmm. I saw when you stop being counted.
Yeah.
And Glo gave me, I'm still counted.
Aww.
I am still counted. Not anybody looks at people talk. Because before I had Glo, I needed some touch up. And I could slowly see
where you were headed.
Where I was heading. People not really talking to you in line, and people just differently, or ma'am, you want me to hear your grocery, you know, and I'm like, I'm not ready for that. So I get to hold on to that a little bit longer.
Like
you're
you're vibrant.
Very vibrant.
And I appreciate that you say that, but I have a feeling that you would be vibrant without my services, but I'm glad that my services make you feel vibrant.
You helped a bunch, okay? And I don't always go places.
Yeah.
But when I'm at home and don't have any makeup on, and I walk by the mirror, and I just happen to glance, and I'm like, oh, she's still there. I'm still there.
Yeah.
You know, so that's been the best for me.
Well, good. Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
For that.
Thank you so much, Jenny.
My pleasure and my privilege. So tell me, you know, we've talked about, for everybody, we go through challenging seasons. You know, seasons that are either ugly or dark or not beautiful, but out of those can come something that is beautiful. Mm-hmm. So tell me about a season in your life that was like that.
Well, I can put it out. I struggled with drug addiction for years. I was, what do they call it? I could functional.
Yeah.
And I struggled with that for years. And I came out of it 10 years ago.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. And still have my family who supported and loved me through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So what, out of coming out of that, you know, what out of all of that pain and, you know, ugliness that you suffered, you know, what beauty has come out of it? Besides still having your family, what else?
Oh, just life.
Like a gratitude for
life. Like a flower opened. That's how I describe it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. And I give back. I'm a recovery coach, so I'm giving back.
Yeah. So out of kind of what you went through,
I'm using it to
help
other
somebody
people.
else.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you attribute your sobriety to? Like 10 years ago, what was it that changed for you?
It's back to family. I guess people think I'm obsessed, but they have just saved me. And between him up there and looking at them, and I didn't want them to bury me as a drug addict.
Yeah.
That I died from too many pills or something.
Yeah.
And it was a quick check, and that's how I made it through. Yeah. And he's helped me a lot up there.
Yeah. Well, as a family of God, you know, ultimately we're to reflect, you know, God's character and His kindness and His love to other people. And so it sounds like your family was that reflection of God, you know, for
Most
you.
Most definitely. And I could witness so many things if we had time and start bawling through all of it.
Yeah.
Just the things that I've been through, that He's just been there.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, it always kind of comes back around when we come to the end of ourselves. I think that's ultimately where, you know, because we all need God.
Yes.
If we could do things on our own, then we wouldn't need God. And I think as we all in our own walks come to that point of realizing I can't do this on my own, I'm not sufficient in myself, and we get our sufficiency from His sufficiency, it takes that weight and burden, you know, off of us.
Yes. Just like a light blanket fell for me, and I just knew that it was time, and it literally felt like He stuck His arm and went. Yeah. You know, because I had a good upbringing in church and stuff, and I just fell off into something. You know?
It happens to a lot of people.
It does, and I had great parents, all that, and I fell off. But I don't know a lot about the Bible, but I do know a verse that says about the children will return to the camp.
Yeah.
So they do return.
Yeah. Yeah, and thank God for that.
Thank God, yes.
So that kind of comes back to our verse that I've been using, Proverbs 15:30, that eyes that focus on what is beautiful, that we look at the vibrant things, we look at the positive things around us, that actually brings true joy and happiness to our hearts. And that if we hear a good report, we share good news, that it refreshes and strengthens who we are on the inside.
Definitely, yes.
So thank you for sharing some of your story with me today. I appreciate it. And I really hope that it winds up helping somebody else.
I do too.
Along the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you asking me.
And
I do hope it helps somebody.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for taking time to watch. We appreciate you. If you have any other questions or want information on Glo Medical, please check us out at www.glomedicaltulsa.com or give us a call at 918-927-2618.